Hello and welcome to my channel Happy Hour. This is my first video for the Indian governance. In this video I am going to discuss about the government and the governance, their difference and evolution of term governance, development of administration and the bureaucracy and about its future. So what are we waiting for? Let's jump to the very first topic, which is governance. Now let us understand what is governance. Governance means the action or manner of governing a state or organization, which means rule or control. So, understanding this term, we have to understand first the difference between the government and the governance. Now, what is the government? Government means the body which is going to take the decisions. In the technical term, we can say it is a political institution, and the responsibility of government is to make decisions. The qualitative difference between the term government and the governance is that the government is the body or the institution which is centralized. Now let us understand what is centralization. Centralization means there is in decision making nobody is going to participate. It means no actor or no stakeholder is there, like state council of ministers, private institutions and civil society etc. is not going to be part in decision making. Now let us understand what is governance. It is a process, first of all, the way in which the government is going to function. This is decentralized approach, and the idea of governments involve participation of institutions like NGO, private sectors, civil society, media, etc. That's why it is considered as more democratic process which is involved for implementation of decision, the institutions which are required for the implementation. Now let us understand the evolution of the term governance. For this we are going to preview the three eras. First is till the 1930s, next is the 1930s to 60s, and the last is after 1960s to 70s. To understand the era of 1960s till 1930s, we have to understand laissez-faire form of government. So what is laissez-faire form of government? The state has almost no involvement, especially on economic matter. Complete free market or free regime. And the third one, up to the private sector was the supreme, and they are going to take the decision for everything. Now there is another kind of government which is known as the police state. Here the state has limited responsibilities, means the law and order and maintenance and revenue collection. And this was the state when the India was under colonization, means non-democratic state. Next one is the welfare state, where the state responsibility now includes almost every aspect of citizen's life, means from womb to tomb, or we can say from cradle to grave. Now we are having the right to blame the state for everything, like for unemployment, for infrastructure, road, everything. Now let us discuss about the eras. Till 1930s, we were having the laissez-faire form of government. So no or negligible presence of state on the state. In the late 90s, there was economic depression in US, and because of that, in 1930s to 1960s, the market got failure. The market was unable to cope up with the economic condition. So the emergence of state as a key player happened, and welfareism was on the rise. Welfare goals or objectives were adopted by the state. It was also the time of communist revolutions. It started in the different parts of the world. This was also the time for the newly independent country which has emerged. Now let us discuss about the last, and that is the after 1960s to 70s. It was the post Second World War, and the concept of governance emerged. The idea of emergence of development also developed. Now state was primary institution for development and dominating area. In 1970s, there is the realization that this cannot happen. There were some inherent problem, and that was 1900. Because of that, in 1980s there was a crisis faced by India, and that was the balance of payment crisis. Now, what was the cause of the balance of payment crisis? Was the because of the failure of state or bureaucracy, and there was the emergence of neoliberalization, liberalism. Now, let us understand what is neoliberalism. Primarily deals with two things. First is rolling back of state. State should not be responsible to perform everything. And the second one is participation of private sector. Now the private sector get involved in delivering goods and services to the people. Now let us discuss about the development administration. And there were three phases. Two phases exactly. First is state lead development, which was from 1940 to 1970s. First was it was a failure of state to deliver development, inherent issues with the institution of bureaucracy. So because of that, we were having neoliberal emergence, and for that two areas were there. First was the limitation, means rolling back of state, and second was the involvement of private sector. Now here the term governance emerged. Now state is shrinking and the space is occupied by the private sector. In the 1970s, failure of the state to deliver development resulted into an advocacy of neoliberal model to achieve development. The neoliberal model advocates limited role of the state and participation of private sectors in delivering of basic services to the citizens. This neoliberal model is also termed as the governance model, which was initiated by the political leadership of US, where it was called as Reaganism, where because Ronald Reagan was the president of US, and Thatcherism in UK, because Margaret Thatcher was the prime minister of UK. These two countries started this model, governance model. Now let us understand what is bureaucracy. Bureaucracy, the term bureau means desk and cracy means the institution or the tradition. So basically this term was taken from Germany. It means the employment under the state. We can say that it is a system of organization where decisions are made by a body of non-elected officials. Historically, a bureaucracy was a government administration managed by departments staffed with non-elected officials. Now let us discuss about the different features of the bureaucracy. First is it is hierarchical, an organization designed with superior and subordinate relationship. Secondly, based on rigid rules and regulations. The most important scholar who contributed into emergence to this term bureaucracy is Max Weber, who was German sociologist. He called bureaucracy as legal rational authority. Legal because of law means rules and regulations, and rational because they have to achieve the organizational goal. And thirdly, it was guided by the values of impersonality and anonymity. Now we should understand what is impersonality. It can be understood by the German phrase or Weberian phrase, which is sine ira et studio, means without passion or hatred. Everyone should be served without any passion, means no biasm or biased behavior, or hatred means no discrimination, means you cannot use your authorization to treat anyone unequal, means everyone is equal. Now let us understand what is anonymity. It means an individual who is not known. It is a value to be followed. This will be a part of scrutiny and criticism if they are anonymous, because these people are responsible to the minister and ministers are responsible to the people. So these people, these bureaucrats should be anonymous. Now the next is genderless organization, cause we do not require any specialized knowledge to be a part of bureaucracy. So nobody was having the specialization and they were making the decisions. So they were unable to perform nicely, or can we say efficiently. By this, I'm concluding my video. Thank you.